This is how we do. We make a move and act the fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. Nobody do it like we do it, so show us some love. This is how we do. We make a move and act the fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. Nobody do it like we do it, so show us some love.
Fresh like Impala, chrome hydraulics, 808 drums. You don't want none, nigga better.
All right, it is. I thought you were talking and singing. It's Friday, November 1st, 2 months away from the end of the year, and it is Degen Fantasy. Rocky Prop, Admiral Brian, Double Down Dan coming to you guys live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, the first Friday of November. Bringing in the show with what I've been waiting for all fucking year. There's one league, my first fantasy football league ever. I joined and I was like, I want to win this at some point. Never won it. Bunch of kids that from my hometown that I apparently grew up with, but I don't know them that well because I moved down south for a little, whatever the case may be. Bunch of little white kids, and I could never win in this league. And I've been trying to make a trade. I've probably sent out 27 offers. Never got one accepted. I threw Cooper Kupp on the trade block today just to get a little clout coming my way. And what comes my fucking way, Dan? Let me tell you something. I get this trade offer. Ready? Hold on. Which one is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Ready? Yeah, boom. He says, I'll give you Christian McCaffrey. Sorry, Brian. Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp. I'm just fucking shit up. Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp. I'm getting Christian McCaffrey and Caleb Williams for Cooper Kupp, Zach Moss, and Tank Bigsby. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, what if McCaffrey fucks up his Achilles again, whatever the case may be. I'm like, I'm trying to keep Kupp. So I sent him a text and I'm like, yo, would you do Harrison, Downs, and Bigsby for Christian McCaffrey? He said, yeah, he'd do it. Then I was like, matter of fact, I kind of want Downs. So I sent him this offer and it got accepted. So tell me in the chat if I won or not. It's McCaffrey for 4 players, Moss, Bigsby, Addison, and Harrison. And so I'm hoping this works out. It might not. Harrison, I'm selling high on. He had one good week. Addison's played like shit. Bigsby still has ETN coming back, and Zach Moss is Zach Moss, and he's hurt, and there's Chase Brown. So I think it was a decent trade. So now my team would basically be, if you can kind of see this here, it'd be Kyler Murray, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Dalton Kincaid, Josh Downs, and then maybe I'm gonna try to get something a little nicer for my double flex. But that's how I started my day today. Just wanted to let y'all know because y'all, I honestly got a little jealousy seeing everybody make these fantastic trades. Like, how many times have we been like, dude, why aren't there people in our league like this? Yeah, so that's how we're starting.
You done? You good? You feel better now? You got it all out of your system?
I need to gloat a little bit. Yes, it's all out of my system. We're good to go.
Just making sure you're done sucking yourself off. We're good now.
Anyway, so the main top point of every Friday stream is tailing into the sports betting Saturday for college football. I did not get a chance today because I was super busy to make overlays for it, but through the group chat that we have back and forth between the memes and the trade quests, got a couple games that are locked in, and Bry seems to be all over South Florida and FAU over tonight. Would you care to elaborate on that? Because it intrigued me, but you said something about $100. Why should I place my $100 on the over?
I think this is your big bet for the week, Rocky, is tonight. I think you're going to bust your load on a Friday instead of a Saturday. South Florida brings back their quarterback. So they've struggled the last 2 games, specifically on offense, but they bring back their quarterback from injury. And they should get, I want to say that they're going to get half of the number by themselves. The other half, FIU's been on a freaking tear, or FAU has been on a freaking tear. So yeah, over 47 points is way too little for these 2 offenses, especially when the starting quarterback's coming back for South Florida. It's my big bet of the week.
All right, so I'm looking at it. South Florida. It's South Florida and Florida Atlantic. Is that the game?
Yes. Yep.
So what the fuck is this? It has I don't know if you can see it. I'll see that top right corner on my screen. That's a lock emoji on the over.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck's going on?
I mean, someone's putting fucking movement on that line right now there, buddy.
Yeah, it's fucking Brian, dude.
See, give out picks and we change lines. That's what we do.
So what was the line you originally had?
47. But I'd take it up to 52. That's how
All right,
much
it's
I
back
love.
47.5.
That's how much I love
run
this
me.
game. So if we look at what Florida Atlantic, just the games that they've played let's just say the last 5 games, they played a 38-24 game, a 41-37 game, a 41-10 game, a 48-14 game, a 38-20 game, right? So lots of points on a Florida Atlantic game, and then South Florida getting their quarterback back before he was injured, 45-10, 50-15, 49-24, 40. I mean, there's a team that could score 47.5 by themselves tonight. So I love this bet. It's my favorite bet. Probably, I mean, it's a top 5 pick this year that I like. I know it's kind of like an obscure game on a Friday night before a big Saturday football weekend, but yeah, I can't believe that line is below 50.
Yeah, so it would be 100 to win 100 on my book with a profit boost. So I just locked that in.
Run that.
Lay down.
And then before we get off stream today, I want you guys to give me the money line winners or who your picks are for NBA tonight, because there's a big slate that I'd like to get into. All right, so there's that for the game tonight for South Florida and FAU. I saw on the slate games that you circled was Pitt versus SMU.
Yeah, I think what we first need to do is recap last week, right? Since I haven't been on for a week. So we gave out Navy Notre Dame over. That hit. We gave out Oregon, Illinois. We said it was going to be one of those games like Oregon's played where they jump out ahead and then pull it back in the second half. So the under hit. We gave out Texas. We gave out Vanderbilt versus Texas, which I think a lot of people were scared about.
Yep.
That hit. And then the over in the LSU Texas A&M game looked a little hairy there for a while. Texas A&M brought in their backup quarterback who looked great, and then LSU couldn't figure out how to stop a running quarterback. So the over on that hit. The only game that we missed last week was the Alabama-Missouri game. But if you were tuned in, we said, hey, hold off on that until you see the injury report. The starting running back did not play. It should have been not a play if you followed the commentary that we gave to it. But we'll count it as a loss. We went 4-1 last week. Hot as hell.
Yeah, it's been a little ridiculous. I feel like both of you guys have been on just absolute fire. Everything we've been giving out's been really good too. Pitt and SMU, Bri, what do you like about this game?
What I like about this game is, so let me first give you the pick. I think Pitt keeps this close. I think you take plus 7.5. I think Pitt is a little underrated. I think SMU is a little overrated. So Pitt has played in their last 3 games. Their defense is really good. They've allowed 13, 15, and 24. If they do that this weekend, they will definitely cover the spread. Now SMU's offense is maybe a little bit better than Syracuse, Cal, or North Carolina. But Pitt is also averaging 40 points a game. So you put all this in a blender and you say, okay, Pitt's going on the road to SMU at night, pretty much must-win game for both teams. I think this is going to be like a really close, low-scoring game. I'm at plus 7.5. I'm taking the points with Pitt.
Yeah, this is a game that I looked at for quite a while. Total opened at 60.5, already moved down to 56.5. Gotta love that in a plus 7 point spread game, I think. I'm gonna go a little bit more out there with mine. I'm just gonna take Pitt on the money line at plus 230. I think Pitt gets the upset here. I think Pitt's the better team. I've watched SMU play. I've watched Pitt play. I've been more impressed with Holstein and Pitt. and that defense. Pitt also has an incredible running back. I'm not impressed with SMU. I'm actually quite confused as to how they have 7 wins right now. I think they could have lost a couple of their games, to be quite honest with you guys. I think Pitt pulls out the outright upset this weekend.
Cool. And then with the switch over, we're going to Ohio State versus Brian. I wonder, do you know who else Ohio State's playing this week? I'm not really sure if you would really know.
I mean, it's the biggest game in a decade for Penn State. Yeah, I mean, I've been stressed over this game all week. Well, really for the last month. So, yeah, it's that week. It's Ohio State week.
This is the headline on ESPN. Number 3 Penn State looks to end 7-game skid versus number 4 Ohio State when the Nittany Lions host the Buckeyes. I'm going to tell you something right now. Line opened at 4. It's already down to 3. I think that's probably right on the money. I think this is probably a 3-point game when it really comes down to it. I have bet more on Penn State this year than I think I ever have in the history of my life. I'd like to blame Bry for that, actually. They usually come through, though. I think they have a shot, which is more than I would have said a couple years ago, I think, in the same spot. Good defense. The offense is good, too, which is what they were missing. And I mean, are we sold on an Ohio State team that barely won last week against not the greatest team in the Big Ten? I think Penn State wins, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to take them on the money line at plus 135.
So before last weekend, so Penn State played Wisconsin last weekend, and I would have said if everything happened a little bit differently that I think Penn State wins. Penn State had a bunch of injuries that coming out of that game. So Drew Aller didn't play the second half, denied Dennis Sutton. Their second best pass rusher is probably questionable or doubtful for the game. Donka, who is the left tackle, we don't know. You put that all together, Ohio State's defense is really good. They're number 1 in S&P plus defense. So I want to pick Penn State in this game. I think Ohio State wins. I'm not touching the spread. I'm looking more towards the total. It's 45.5, right? So can a team get to 20? Can both teams get to 20? I don't know if that's possible, especially with how beat up both of these offensive lines are. I am leaning towards the under in this game. I think it's a low-scoring game. I think it turns out to be like a 2017, 2013 game in either direction. So I'm under on 45.5, 46, depending on what book you're at.
Yeah, that's a good play. 46.5 is I feel like that's a good number to go under. Bri, could you see a scenario, though, with this Ohio State defense that Singleton and your guys' backs just fucking run all over them, though? Like, I could see a very real scenario that you guys control the majority of this game and time.
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on it. I could potentially see it. I mean, Oregon had success on the ground against Ohio State. You guys
have a better run game, right, than Oregon?
Yeah, we probably have a better run game than Oregon. We definitely don't have the passing threat, so Ohio State will be able to load the box a little bit more than they could against Oregon. But I mean, I could definitely see Penn State running. I think the last 3 games that Penn State's played Ohio State, they haven't rushed for more than 85 yards combined. So, yes, can I see them going over 100, closer to 150? Yes. If that's the case, then Penn State wins the game.
Yeah, I don't see – listen, I think Penn State's played the much tougher schedule. I think that's very apparent. I'm looking at Ohio State's schedule now. They play Akron, they play Western Michigan, Marshall, Michigan State, trash ass team. Iowa can't fucking score to save their lives on a good team. We all know that. Oregon's the best team they play, and they lose, and it's barely. But I think you and I can both agree. Jesus Christ, this kid loves his face so much. Look at him; he's got to be in the fucking center of goddamn everything.
It just looks cleaner. I just wanted to change up a little.
It looks so clean, like you fucking just so everyone can see that beautiful fucking face of yours. Anyways, back to the point. Listen, this is what we need with a girl with hard nips. By the way, just want you to know that we need her in the center. Not saying anything, just hard nips. So they come out. Ohio State comes out last week, and they decide that they're gonna try the best they can to lose to Nebraska, which we've seen Nebraska play. It's a top 25 team, maybe. Maybe. I feel like Raiola's gonna get it together eventually, and he'll be like the talent is there for him. If they can develop him, he's gonna be a good quarterback. But they're like just outside the top 25 talent level right now. And you only beat them by 4 points. I have a real fucking issue with that. Like, if you can't get up for a home game against a team that you should absolutely slaughter, how are you going to get up for a fucking road game against what I think? I mean, Penn State, would they beat Nebraska by? Didn't they beat them by like quite a sizable margin?
They haven't played Nebraska yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm fucking retarded then. Oh, sorry. Anyways, back to the point. I think when we really look at it, though, who's been more tested? Penn State comes off and they rattle off a huge victory, just a huge win against West Virginia. A lot of people forget because of where West Virginia is right now. This is a gassed up West Virginia team. Like, everyone was on West Virginia's dick that game. They thought they were going to fucking win. Like, everyone's counting Penn State out. They come out the bat and smack them in the face. They have a little bit of a fucking fumble against Bowling Green and barely beat them by 7, but they still beat them. They win. Then they've fucking been rolling. Illinois is one of the, I think one of the cream of the crop in the Big Ten. They're beating them by, they beat them by 14 points, really held them in check and have looked pretty good outside of that USC game that was a little weird and fluky, I think, in a lot of ways. Penn State has looked fantastic. Really fucking brought it together against Wisconsin last week and dominated the fuck out of them. Like, after a pretty dicey first half. Now, here's the path to victory in my mind for Ohio State. You guys come out and stumble out of the gates and don't score your first 2-3 possessions, this is going to be a long fucking day. And we both know it. And that's, you got to punch, you got to get the ball, and you got to punch them in the mouth right away. Because if you don't, Ohio State's going to win by 21, maybe 28 points. So we'll see. But my pick, Brian knows that this game could get out of hand if they don't fucking punch him. They're going to have to punch him first. Plus 135 on the money line. It's not the number that I want. Obviously, I'd love that closer to 150, 175. But I'm all over the underdogs this week. Like, let's fucking roll it. Penn State's a 3-point underdog at home. I think this is going to be crazy. This place is going to be electric, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the big matchup is going to be Penn State's offense versus Ohio State's defense, right? Can Kotelnicki figure out how to get Tyler Warren, Nick Singleton, Katron Allen, the receivers, Wallace and Fleming out in space, right? And Oregon showed that it's possible, right? So the outside of Ohio State's defense is a little dicey. They get a little handsy. And we thought Denzel Burke was a first-round draft pick, but after watching what happened at Oregon, I don't think he's he might be a day 2 or 3 draft pick now, but man, he does not look like a premier corner. So can they take advantage of some less than stellar cornerback play from Ohio State? Can they run the ball? Man, if you watch Penn State's offense, it's fun to watch. They throw a lot of motion. A lot of deception. But at the end of the day, it's just football, right? So a lot of window dressing to run the ball up the middle. So it'll be interesting to see how Kotelnicki game plans for this game. I think he might be one of the best offensive coordinators in the nation, if I'm being completely honest. And what he's done at Penn State has been pretty remarkable based off of what they've done, what they did last year.
He's the dude from Kansas, correct?
He is, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, as a dude that watched Leipold, who was the head coach of Kansas and obviously the head coach of Buffalo University for a while, as a dude that watched that Buffalo team go from just dirt shit team to like a pretty explosive offense by the end of their tenure in Buffalo, I huge believer in him. I think that this is the year that Franklin needs to prove that he's worth the contract that he's getting paid. He has to win a big game. That it has to happen, and it's got to be this year. I think this is I think this is Penn State's year to win the Big Ten. To be quite honest with you, I think you guys can do it. The rest of the schedule after this is the game. Like everything, in my opinion, relies on this game for you guys. If you guys win, you got Washington. I think is an easy win. Purdue, I think is an easy win. Minnesota, I think is also an easy win. And Maryland, I think is a very easy win for you guys too. So, man, the pressure is fucking on. So I don't mean to add the pressure, but I really think that this is a good investment. You're getting a plus number on the home dog. I'm good with that. I'm very happy with that number. So. Let's fucking, we're all Nittany Lions today, boys, and tomorrow and maybe even Sunday. You never know. Never fucking know.
Very nice, gentlemen. Very nice.
Did everyone look at you enough? Look how handsome he is.
No, I just wanted to make it look a little bit cleaner. So is that the wrap for the college football?
That's what we got for college football. They're the only two ranked matchups this week,
I feel like this week's slate is kind of shitty, huh?
All right, well, then let's move in. Go ahead for college.
Yeah, there's some intriguing matchups, but nothing crazy. Like Oregon goes to Michigan at the beginning of the year. We would have said that was probably going to be a big game, but Michigan hasn't lived up to what they're supposed to be. The world's
about Virginia Tech, Syracuse.
The world's largest outdoor cocktail parties this week.
I forgot.
We'll see what Florida does against Georgia. Florida's looked a little bit better the last couple of weeks.
They're getting a little feisty, buddy. They look a lot feistier than Florida State does. I'll tell you that.
There's some interesting matchups if you're really hardcore into college football, but these are the two ranked matchups that everyone's going to have their eyes on. These are the matchups that are going to have the most impact for the college football playoff.
Yeah, I just want to let everyone know. I want to let everyone know that Texas A&M is on upset alert this weekend. I just want everyone to know it. They're a 3-point favorite against South Carolina. I think South Carolina is going to come out. South Carolina they've looked a lot better. I feel like they come out, they smash Oklahoma. I don't think that's an incredible win, but I feel like after losing to Ole Miss the way they did, they've come back and really looked strong defensively still. I think that this Texas A&M team is – I don't understand how they're 7-1. I got to be real honest with you. I don't get it. I think that – it makes – a lot of sense that this line has come down from 3.5 to 3 already. And South Carolina is only plus 140 on the money line. But I think South Carolina is a live motherfucking dog this weekend.
Do you guys want to put together a money line parlay for some of the games this week?
Let's run it.
All right. So we talked about the Florida Atlantic game. Who do you got? South or Atlantic?
Let's just do the over for that game.
Okay, we'll just lock in the over. San Diego State versus Boise State.
Was that tonight?
That's tomorrow. It's tonight, actually. Yeah.
That's tonight, yeah.
Yeah, run Boise.
Yeah, Boise's minus 2,500.
Yeah, run that.
Ole Miss versus Arkansas.
It's one of those games I want nothing to do with, just because the way Arkansas can sometimes come out and punch these big teams in the mouth. And Ole Miss the last couple of weeks has looked less than inspiring, let's say. So it's a game that I would stay away from, Rocky.
Okay. Minnesota versus Illinois.
Minnesota's a 3-point favorite. over Illinois this weekend? In Illinois?
It seems like a trappy line, huh?
That's the trap of the week. Go ahead and put Minnesota money line on that fucking parlay.
You said do it?
Buddy, there's no... What does Vegas know that we don't fucking know? What am I missing with this game?
Virginia Tech or Syracuse?
I hate that. You're picking horrible games.
I'm looking at the games. I don't know any of these teams is good or not.
Right,
Air Force's Army is going to be crazy.
Let's do this. Let's start over here, okay? Let's take the over tonight, okay? Let's take Boise State on the money line. I think that's easy. Let's get a little wild, though, with the rest of them, okay? We're going to pick this Ohio State-Penn State game. Brian, what's one of the lines that you would like to take advantage of in this game? I know you're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I get that, but which line would you take?
On the
Ohio State, Penn State.
Probably take the under.
All right, take the under 46.5, Rock.
I got 47 too.
All right, take the under. Okay. And then let's take.
I think you have to add Indiana in this parlay. Straight up.
Indiana at Michigan State.
Indy money line in there.
Copy. What about Texas Tech versus Iowa?
No, we're not touching Texas.
Okay.
We are going to go ahead and go to. Let's take Georgia. Right now. Let's take Georgia. Let's take Oregon. Put them on
Georgia and Oregon. Plus 547.
And Clemson.
Where is Clemson? There's so many fucking
then we finish
teams.
It out.
Yep.
We finish it out with a Pitt money line.
Pitt money line over
plus
SMU.
230. What's that fucking parlay pay?
It's got to be what, 1,500?
Got to be
plus 2,570.
Beautiful. Throw a little cash on that one.
15 to win 400.
That's the parlay of the day right there, buddy.
Locked in. Parlay of the day. Fuck so bet. Yeah.
They're still up there.
Yeah.
Take them down.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Straight like that. Anyway, into the next segment of This Guy Fucking Sucks, presented by Degen Fantasy. I want you all to pick one player that out of any sport that you think has fucking sucked. And I love how the scrolling on the bottom is a different color now. I like it. So first off, should I start or should I let the boys start? What do you think, gentlemen?
You should start.
This guy fucking sucks. And his name is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, this is what we never talk about baseball. Watching the World Series, watching the last couple series, was hoping for a Subway Series. Everyone's like, oh, Aaron Judge. Oh, he gets paid so much. He gets paid more than all these NHL athletes, more than McDavid, more than Crosby. He's the Messiah. He's fan. Fuck Aaron Judge. I've never seen him do well in a playoff series that I've watched. I've only watched playoff baseball. He've never seen him like actually come and be clutch. And I feel like baseball has a bunch of randoms that are clutch. Like I don't even know who some of these dudes are hitting fucking grand slam home runs. Like not Nerlens Noel, like fucking this dude named Big Christmas. I forget who he's on. Whoever the fuck he's hitting
Nerlens
shit.
Noel, he pulls out like the guy hasn't played basketball. Is he playing basketball still?
No.
There's no shot.
I forget. There's some dudes. There's some dude named Noel in the league that I was watching. I forget. I don't know anything about baseball. They call him Big Christmas, and he was just hitting dingers. Aaron Judge comes out just going down swinging. So that guy fucking sucks. What do you guys think? I need a pick from each of you.
All right, I'm gonna go a little football, and I'm just gonna say that this week Tyler Conklin sucks fucking ass. 0.7 points on the fantasy line from him, 1 reception for -3 yards. So this guy fucking sucks.
Need some music for the segment.
All right, so for my pick for This Guy Fucking Sucks, it's not just one person, it is an entire organization, it is the fraud of the city that I live in, Cincinnati. The Bengals, frauds. They fucking suck. Mike Brown sucks. His daughter sucks. Zach Taylor sucks. Joe
Daughter
Burrow
sucks.
sucks. The entire team sucks. They made a Super Bowl. They made a Super Bowl a couple years ago. Very luckily, I don't understand how they did it off of Joe Burrow's rookie contract. They paid Joe Burrow. Now T. Higgins doesn't want to play. This entire franchise is an absolute. It's a dumpster fire. And the Philadelphia Eagles won last week, and we brought in a bunch of people, East Coast obnoxious motherfuckers, invaded their stadium, and we drank their beer, stole their women, and took a dub. So yeah, Cincinnati
Dude, pillaged. He
Cincinnati
pillaged.
Bengals, the entire organization fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's fucking fantastic. Bro, that was the best fucking rant that Bry's ever fucking gone on. I feel like he's getting into the swing of things over there. He's feeling confident. I picked Penn State to win. He's feeling pretty good over there. It's good
That was
times.
fantastic.
That was great. And also, I got another this guy fucking sucks. Let's actually not say this guy fucking sucks. Let's talk. This is my conspiracy of the week, okay? Is Rocky running 2 football teams in my fantasy football league? And I'm watching as a woman that he might be associated with is 6-2, and he is 8-0. And I'm curious as to how this female he is associated with came out of the basement and has won 5 games in a row, making some interesting moves roster-wise as well, dropping some people, picking up some people. And I don't know this woman to watch that much football, so we have a conspiracy on our hands. Is Rocky Prop committing the ultimate sin? Do I need to murder him and said girl? I will over fantasy football and money. I'll do it.
Do you want the answer?
What say you? What say you, sir? What say
so
you?
what say
collusion.
me?
That's what we say.
No, it's not collusion. No, it's not
collusion.
collusion. It's not collusion. It's not.
And I know you are. I caught you. Red fucking.
Listen, no.
No, don't
Dan,
shush
listen,
me
okay,
like I'm a baby bird.
First
Don't you dare.
off, the team was on auto draft, and then she told me that she doesn't have the money to pay for the team, and then I offered the team post draft to Johnny, her brother, who has been running the team since before week 1 has started.
So we have collusion. That's all.
It's not collusion. I haven't made one trade with them.
She's lying.
He
She's
paid
a
the
liar.
bill.
You know what?
What?
All right. No. Okay.
He's a paying patron.
It's all right, because you know what? Now on the trade block, her entire team. Puka Nacua coming home to daddy, where he belongs. Maybe even Kamara coming home to daddy, wherever he belongs.
Imagine you had just an eject button. You're like, fuck this team, nine-man league.
I can lock out that account. I can kick them off right now.
Really?
You're lucky I'm not.
Basically, where she's already in one league. She does watch a fair amount of football. Already in one league with me. That was a free league. And then when she was like, yeah, she'll do it. And then she was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then she's like, yeah, I just don't have the money right now. And I was like, I don't really want to pay for it. She's like, offered to Johnny. So I was like, Johnny, her team drafted. He's like, this team's kind of nice. I was like, do you want to run it? He sent me $50 and I sent it to you. So he's in the league.
All right. Listen, first off, that's 4th degree sabotage, and you know it is. Okay. And I want you to feel it in your heart right now.
It was an auto drafted team.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back to this guy fucking sucks segment, and we're gonna say Rocky Prop fucking sucks. That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, I'll give you a time opportunity right now. You ready? All right, here you go.
Look at Brian's face right now. Look how unhappy he is right now. Now we can't see it. Yeah, Rocky Prop. Simple as that. Rocky Prop fucking sucks. All right. Simple as that.
Right,
done and done.
TikTok. And specifically, I was like, damn, I want to make a trade, but I can't trade with Johnny because they're going to think that I'm colluding.
This is collusion.
You goddamn right they will.
It's not collusion, though. It's not collusion. Someone offered to pay for the team that was not paid for.
Seems like I feel like as an unbiased neutral party that in the best interest of the league, you should disclose the fact that there has been a ghost owner to the rest of the owners.
I also think that should be done. I'm kind of concerned.
Listen,
that
it doesn't fucking matter specifically
it changes
because
everything.
No,
now
you
I
know
have
why
to
it
take
doesn't
the
matter?
matchup seriously, and I wasn't doing that before. I wasn't.
There's people in our league. There's people in our league that don't even play. There's people that you brought in that don't even run the teams.
Play. There's one guy, and he's 0-8, and he doesn't play, and I can understand why.
What the fuck? He
I
better
understand why he gave up.
Yeah, shouldn't have gave up. But you want to know, everyone should give up because Rocky Prop's 8-0, looking at 9-0.
You're staring down the barrel of getting blocked in this league. That's what you're
I'm
staring
down the barrel of. I haven't made one trade with anybody. But double down, Dan. No, listen, I'm winning this league. Dan, what happened after the draft? After the draft, I sent you a very specific picture and comment via your text message. And what did that say?
It said, "Is this herpes?"
No, it didn't say that. I sent you a picture of the team I drafted, and I said, "Just hand me the money now."
Hey, does this look like herpes or what?
And then you started getting all mad, and now I'm 8-0, about to be on 9-0, and I just made a trade in my other league, and we're live on TikTok.
About fantasy football is usually the guy that comes into the playoffs number one gets bounced out in the first round. So we'll see you on the fucking golf course week 1 of the playoffs.
Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Brock Bowers, and Marvin Harrison Jr. Anyway, we have start Josh Downs or Brian Thomas.
Josh Downs. It's Flacco week, baby.
Brian
Flacco
Thomas
we
Jr.
trust.
is a game time decision, I believe.
So then, yeah, definitely run that up. How do I set the like goal?
It should be in the middle of the screen at the top.
Add live goal. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, guys, we're running questions for fantasy football advice. Manager, I don't want roses, dog. This is cap. All right, whatever. I guess we're doing 1 rose as a like goal. Appreciate likes, guys. We give away free sports cards to the most liked. The viewer sends the most likes every stream, and I got to see what I got upstairs. But I think so we send out. I'll DM you after the stream so I can see who likes the most, and we'll send you a sports card. Cooker, Tolbert, Elijah Moore this week. I'm keeping the music.
I don't like Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I'm not feeling. So Tolbert.
Who's the other guy?
Coker. Keep hearing that name. I have no idea who he is, and everyone's going to be like, "You're a casual. You're a casual."
I'd say go to that waiver wire and see what you can pick up there, buddy. That sounds like a horrible fucking.
Yeah, go see if you can get Jerry Jeudy. Romeo Dobbs, D Hop, or Chubb. Pick 2.
I'm gonna say Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs it is, and then one more, D Hop or Chubb.
Gotta be D Hop this week, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling D Hop. Hey Josh, if you're gonna be spamming in my chat, you better be liking the stream, baby. Josh says trade Brees for Garrett Wilson? ?
Yeah, I think so. Garrett Wilson definitely showed his worth yesterday. That's for fucking sure. 30 fucking
Griffin,
points
for the
that
follow.
he hung up on this ghost owner. Goddamn fucking collusion, dude.
Hey, you know exactly who it is. Anyway,
You know what I'm
Hockenson,
gonna say?
Jacoby, or Tillman. Dan, I needed to get you money and fill a league spot, and I did.
You know what? It's Tillman, right? Like, Tillman has 2 tutties last week, a huge fucking game. A lot of people are pointing to the fact that the Chargers have the number 1 pass defense. I'm going to sit here and tell you that doesn't fucking matter. The only way the Browns can move the fucking ball is through the air with Jameis Winston. I think that this is the – listen, I called it last week. I think I thought the Browns were going to beat the Ravens. I walked out of there by the skin of my teeth. They fucking win. I think the Browns upset the Chargers this week, and I think they win. I am not impressed with this Chargers team. Their offense is fucking all sorts of just ridiculously bad right now. So we're starting Tillman. I think he's going to get some fucking tutties.
Nice. So, by the way, guys, get the likes up. And also, if you want to switch over to YouTube, it's easier to get your question prioritized if you go to YouTube because there's less people chatting. So come over to Degen Fantasy on YouTube if you want your questions and all of your questions answered like in a priority level. And you can send more.
How about,
Tyrone Tracy or Chase Brown?
Let's do Chase Brown. How about we, instead of like goal this week, we pick a random YouTube sub to get that card. So if they come over,
all right,
subscribe on
random.
YouTube.
We're gonna do a free sports card of a $50 value or more to a random new subscriber from this stream. All you gotta do is head over from TikTok to YouTube and type in Degen Fantasy and comment in the comment section. Done, and then throw in a question. Eli, thanks for the follow. Eli says Brian Robinson or Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard's got the Saints this week with Derek Carr back, so I don't know how much running he's going to be able to do. So I'd go the other way. What's up, Smell? Good to see you, buddy.
Tyrone Tracy or Chase Brown. Did we do that one already?
Yeah, we did that one. We said Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
And did we do Brian Robinson or Chuba Hubbard? Because it keeps coming through.
It's Brian Robinson. We don't think Chuba's going to be able to run that much against the Saints this week. I think Derek Carr's he's coming back this week. He's off the injury report, so they should be looking much better.
Brian Robinson. Yeah, Brian Robinson. Derek, start 2. Ladd McConkey, Marvin Harrison Jr., David Montgomery, Darnell Mooney, or Ramondre Stevenson.
You know, I'm interested in that Mooney, the Mooney kid, because he's been on fucking fire lately.
He's nice, dude. He's nice.
Dude, he's great. He's got a good game. He's like the receiver that they need. The Falcons are playing. Who are they playing? I'm trying to look right now. Sorry, guys.
I forget. I'm leaning more towards Montgomery and Mooney. And also, what do you think of Shakir? Had 19 points last week, over 100 yards.
We want Mooney against the Cowboys because I think that's a shootout. That game's a fucking shootout.
So Mooney and Monty?
Yeah, run that.
Yeah,
Monty's going to have a big week this week.
The total on that game is 1.5, so Vegas is expecting a shootout too.
Yeah.
Good. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
51.5 in the NFL is huge.
Bri, did you hear about Puka?
No, tell me.
So Puka re-aggravated, I don't know if it was an MCL or one of the ligaments in his knee at practice this week. If it's the same knee, there's no way he's playing. If it's a different knee, then he's playing, presumably. So Josh Z in the chat says, do you think Puka will play? If Puka doesn't play, what do you think that does for Cooper Kupp? You think that gets him to a guaranteed lock for over 100 yards?
Yeah, did you see how much they used Puka last week? If they replace that with Kupp, he's gone.
I was so fucking mad because I waited on Kupp to come back this whole time, and they're like, by the way, secret start, it's Puka.
Honestly, though, Kupp had a good game anyways. Tutty had a couple catches. He looked good.
Yeah. Guys, get the likes up, please. Let's get to 1K, please. Evan Bry says Tyreek and Saquon for Jefferson and Achane. That's a big boy trade.
Tyreek and Saquon for Achane and who?
For Jefferson and Achane. Try to send him Tyreek and someone else for Jefferson and keep Saquon, because I'd rather have Jefferson and Saquon. That would be fire. Send him Tyreek and like Josh Downs. Send him Tyreek and like Tank Bigsby. Like something in a decent piece that's playing well, and you can keep Saquon, because I like Saquon over Achane rest of the season. I think my Eagles co-host would probably agree.
Keeps racking up 100-yard games.
God, that game against the Giants is fantastic. Elliot says got Bijan for Cooper Kupp and Tony Pollard. Did I steal? Have Amon-Ra and Marvin Harrison Jr. too. So he sent Bijan and Cooper Kupp for. Got Bijan for Kupp and Pollard. I don't think that's a
steal. Yeah, I don't think that's a steal.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit parallel because Bijan's been playing well, but he's also shown he's kind of inconsistent. So, you know, it's fair. I like it. Hey, Stephen John, thanks for the motherfucking gift. Much love. Downs or Tyrone Tracy? Thank you so much, brother.
I mean, Downs is live. Like we talked about it. Listen, Bri hates the fact that we love Flacco so much. I think he really, really despises the fact that we love Flacco so much. But Downs is fucking live, right? Like Downs, Pittman, I think are both live.
Yes. With Joe Flacco at the helm and throwing the deep ball like he does, and the amount of targets they get, I feel like the only viable target when Anthony Richardson is playing is Alec Pierce. Who wants to start Alec Pierce? Should I start from Gifter or Steph Johnson Curry? Should I start Flacco or Mahomes?
Stop.
Mahomes has the Bucks, man. I think that's a great matchup for him, to be honest with you. The only apprehension I have is like I think Baker might die. Like I really that pass rush and the fact that he has no fucking no people to really throw the ball to besides Ottman and McMillan right now. The only worry that I have is that Chiefs game gets out of hand before you get your money's worth out of Mahomes. But
Bo Nix or Joe Burrow to start this week?
Ew. Don't ask me about fucking Bo Nix. That's the last Bo Nix question I want to hear today.
He's been balling.
You have to start Burrow against the Raiders.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. Bo Nix against the fucking Ravens. Assholes right now? What are we doing?
Giovanni, I got to say this name right for my culture. Giovanni Jardinez. Fuck, I totally butchered that. Got Taylor and Amon-Ra for Bijan, Ladd, and Hopkins.
Oh, that's a fucking fleece.
Holy.
Fleece.
Already have Hall, Jefferson, CD, and Debo. Oh, your teammates are probably so mad at whoever sent you that deal because now your team is, whoever your quarterback is, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Justin Jefferson, CD Lamb, whatever your tight end is, and then you're flexing Amon-Ra. Stupid. You just won your league. There's no way you lose that league. Logan Buggy says trade Breece for Connor and Moore.
Breece for Connor and Moore. I think it's good value if you wanted to do it. I don't mind it.
Breece for Connor and Moore. Yeah, I like it.
Man, Houston really gave that game to the Jets last night. I want everyone to know that. I really hated the fact that Houston played so terribly.
Yeah,
they sucked. They fucking suck, dude.
The Jets?
No. Well, yeah, they suck too. But, like, Houston sucks, dude.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how they're looking. I just love Joe Mixon's game. Khalil Shakir or Tillman?
I feel like I don't know. Can't go wrong there, really. Honestly, I think the Bills love to eat up that Dolphins secondary every time they play them. I think the Dolphins will be able to score points now that Tua's playing. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe I'm really hoping Tua doesn't get concussed this week.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Should we trade Tyreek because Tua's about to have the last game of the season?
To be honest, I'm really concerned. This can't happen again. Like, if he goes down again to the Bills, like, we have bad juju and we're not going to win a Super Bowl this year.
You guys just love hurting him. Gifter Steph Johnson Curry says rate. What?
He hurts himself.
Yeah.
He ran right into his arm.
Yeah, and then he, like, took off last week, and I was not happy. Thanks for 1.4K, guys. I appreciate you. Let's go to 2K. I was tweaking. I was like, please don't go. This is for a Bry. Steph Johnson Curry says, rate the team. Mahomes, Gibbs, Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Cade Otton, and Puka Nacua. 1 out of 10.
I mean, there's no such thing as a 10, right? So a 10 is – there's no such thing as 10. So I think that's cool. 8-9?
8.9.
Gotta tell you, that's spoken like a true Korean right there. No such thing as a perfect score, huh?
There's no such thing as a perfect score.
This sounds like my team. Ron Burgundy with the same picture as the name says Shakir, Bigsby, or Irving at flex.
Let's look at the bit. I feel like Shakir's definitely got a good matchup. I'm off of Irving for the moment, right?
Yeah, because Rashad's looking good.
Yeah, Rashad's looking like he's a little rejuvenated there. Who was the other guy? Remind me again. Bigsby?
Bigsby, Irving, or Shakir.
All right, Brian, how's Bigsby going to do against your Eagles defense, you think?
I don't know. Does he 60 yards, 70 yards? Maybe?
Yeah, I feel like it's not a big game, right? Like, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I would have him, like somewhere in the 60s, maybe touches 70. I'm be interested to see what his prop is.
I'm going Shakir, though.
I'm learning TikTok. Yeah, okay, cool. Shakir. All right, start 3. Tyreek Hill, Ladd McConkey, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, and Jaden Reed.
think you got to start Tyreek Hill this week. They're going to need to throw the ball.
Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, I think we'll start Mooney because he'll have some opportunities to get the ball. Really stuck on the last year. Lad had his first big week last week with 22 points, so maybe you roll the dice with him.
I think that works. I remember you were saying you're kind of trying to move Jaden Reed because he had a couple bad games. I'm trying to trade for him. I'm like, all right, whatever. Okay, well then we'll talk a little bit later. I'm talking about in any league because I feel like he's just like a piece that he has a high ceiling. Steph Johnson Curry says, in your opinion, who's the best team in the NFL? Great question.
Man. All right, this will be good because all three of us can answer this question. I'm going to start first and say I'm going to avoid the Chiefs because I fucking hate them. I've really liked Detroit. That's my vote for the best team.
Yeah. So we can't all take the same answer. So you got Detroit locked in.
Yeah.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Fuck, that's what I was going to take. God damn. I was going to go Baltimore or Detroit, and you guys took both of them. Give me Philadelphia.
Ooh, what the fuck? Did you watch that game last week?
I did watch the game, but they got potential, and I think what else? What else am I supposed to fucking pick? You guys, Detroit and Baltimore.
You're like a 95-year-old professor at like Harvard. Oh, he's got potential.
Who am I gonna take? Trade Gibbs for Tyreek Hill? The Giants?
No,
it's not the Giants.
I don't think you trade Gibbs right now. He's on fucking fire, dude.
Yeah, you keep Gibbs. And also pending to see if Tua ever plays football again if he doesn't get his shit stopped. Zay or Marvin Harrison? And Zay now has target competition with Deontay Johnson going to Baltimore.
I hated that move too. I think the Broncos have a really solid secondary. I'm off of the Ravens wide receiver threats this next week here.
I think I'm gonna go Marvin Harrison. I'm hoping last week was when Marvin Harrison got unlocked on how to use him. It's his first over 100-yard game, first game with over 5 targets.
He has no separation.
You say that every week, I know, but he had 100 yards last week, so he must be getting some separation. Giovanni says the full team is Lamar. I know, that's why I just traded him today for Christian McCaffrey. So who are you telling? Double down, Dan.
You.
Giovanni says, so full team is Lamar, Brees Hall, Taylor, CD, Jefferson, Ingram, Amon-Ra, Debo. That's disgusting. Trade Brian Thomas Jr. and Dobbins for Amon-Ra and Pollard.
Yeah, Amon-Ra's. I think a lot of people are buying on Amon-Ra right now because Jameson Williams can't keep a fucking blicky out of his
go get Amon-Ra.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
Cool.
Is it too early to start looking at playoff matchups?
Is it too early to what?
To start looking at playoff matchups, because I'm looking at the tops, the 8 worst teams as far as giving up yards on defense, and it's the Saints, Panthers, Bucks, Jaguars, Colts, Cowboys, Ravens, and Bengals, right?
Ravens and Bengals, huh?
So if those are the 8 teams that give up the most yardage in the NFL on a per game basis, should we not be looking at starting to align our teams to maybe pick up some players that play those teams in the last 3 weeks of the season?
What a fucking call that is. Yeah, that's a great fucking move right there.
So if
go look into that. Keep going.
If I look at the Raiders schedule now, who on the Raiders is playable, but the Raiders week 15, 16, and 17 game is against Atlanta, Jacksonville, and New Orleans. That's pretty damn good. But maybe there's not a playable team on the Raiders that you'd want.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, maybe. Looking to see if I can see any other teams that have like really good.
Dan, he's just going to name everybody on my team.
Tampa Bay has the Chargers, Dallas, and Carolina as their last 15, 16, and 17 games. So
that's gross.
I feel like is gonna be good.
Steph, my bad.
I think this is the point in the season where you need to start looking ahead and either filling your roster, assuming that you're already locked into the playoffs or pretty much guaranteed to be in the playoffs, and say, okay, how can I maximize some of the trades I have? I might lose on a trade now, but they come into favorable matchups in the last 3 weeks of the season, so I can make a really good push for the championship.
That and trade out of bye too. If you're like 2-6 right now and you need a win, you need to trade away players that have buys coming up for players that already had their bye because you're not going to be able to deal with it. Question from Steph Johnson Curry. I appreciate these ones. Who's the most impressive player so far in your opinion?
Jesus.
Derrick Henry.
He's definitely got to be up there. If
Derrick
he's
Henry
not
on.
the number, it's between him and Lamar at this moment, especially fantasy wise.
Honestly, just like young player wise, I'm very impressed by Brian Thomas Jr.
I feel like Garrett Wilson's starting to find a little bit of fucking show he's actually the number one wide receiver that Rocky Prop doesn't think he is for some reason.
I said Jalen Waddle's better than Garrett Wilson. That catch last night made me not think about that as much.
I mean, we have to make the assumption at this point in time that Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver that came out of this last draft, even though Marvin Harrison went above him. So I mean, that's a sneaky little guy that
that's the question of the fucking week right there. Is LSU wide receiver you? It has to be, right?
Yes. Jamar Chase. Didn't Justin Jefferson go there?
Jefferson went there. Fucking
Malik
Brian
Neighbors.
Thomas Jr. went there. Malik Neighbors went there. Fucking, I mean, the list goes. OBJ went there. Like it fucking down the line, man.
Guys, get those likes up. We're at 1.5K. We've been kind of stale for a minute, so help get those likes up, man. So listen, speaking of Brian Thomas, apparently he's this good. So Nut says AJ Brown for Brian Thomas. Straight up.
That's a wild trade.
That's wild.
I'm good. I'm going to hold AJ Brown.
If you're getting AJ Brown, run
AJ Brown at this point.
Scooby to Doobie says pick 2: Ridley, Sutton, Johnson, or Worthy.
Gotta love Ridley this year. Man, is he fucking making a splash lately, dude.
It's
been over 20 points. Dude, I think it's over 20 points the last 2 or 3 weeks now. So I'm gonna go Ridley.
The last 2, when D-Hop left, he kind of teed up. I had him sitting on my waivers, and I was about to pick him up, and I was like, nah. And then someone else picked him up, and then he dropped 100 yards. So I'm gonna go Ridley and give me Worthy. Aiden says trade Jordan Love and Dell for Josh Allen.
Man, I think about it.
Nico comes back next week.
Yeah, Nico comes back next week.
Yes. So yeah, fuck it.
Is Jordan Love
for Josh Allen.
Is Jordan Love okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He should play.
That did not look okay to me.
Well, I mean, make the trade, especially if that's the case.
Yeah,
I put the music back on. Need some vibes.
What are you fucking on ecstasy right now? What's going on? You're like,
I'm good. A little hypnotized. Anyway, Jake says score prediction for Bucks Chiefs.
Score prediction for Bucks Chiefs. I think we got Chiefs 27, Bucks like 10 tops.
Yeah, I'm probably the total's 45.5. The Chiefs are an 8-point favorite. I think the Chiefs cover. I'll go 31-17.
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go 27-13. Whoever just sent that the hand hearts. Thank you so much, Chorizo. Shout out Chorizo in the chat. Much love to you, brother. By the way, guys, we're on YouTube. If you want to come get your questions prioritized, Degen Fantasy, and thank you for 2K as well. I'm trying to get Baker. Will you trade away Tua and Dell or Tua with Tillman? I have JJ and Puka. JJ McCarthy? Trying to get Baker. Will you trade away Tua with Dell?
I think he's probably saying Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
Oh, I have Justin Jefferson and Puka. Why do you want?
You have
Baker?
JJ McCarthy. Why would he have JJ McCarthy at this time?
I don't know. I don't know why you want Baker with Evans out for the next 4 weeks and Godwin being hurt. So
that defense sucks.
I don't know. I'd kind of keep Tua, in my opinion. I don't think you have to stress about getting Baker. Yeah, I'd keep Tua.
Let them cook it. Hey, let them cook that to like 2,500. Let's make some picks for this Sunday.
All right. You got the slate?
Yeah, I got the slate up right now. It's first.
Guys, get us to 3,000 likes, and we'll go back to the questions.
All right, first one up is Dolphins Bills. Bry, starting us off, buddy.
Take Buffalo.
Rock.
Give me Miami revenge game.
Nice. I'm taking Buffalo. All right, Broncos Ravens.
Give me the Ravens.
Baltimore.
I was gonna get real squirrely and take the Broncos here, but I hate Bo Nix, so I'm gonna take the Ravens. Chargers Browns. I'm going Browns. As for I mentioned that earlier, so taking the Browns.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Give me the Chargers.
Saints Panthers.
This is why I always suck every time we play this game. You guys are like, Rocky's fucking 40-40 because you guys both land on two teams. And I'm like, I'll take the Chargers. Fuck it. Right,
You're 47-36 on the season. I'm 55-27. Bry is 53-29.
I'll take the Saints.
Saints Panthers. Rock.
Give me New Orleans.
All right, we got Raiders versus the Bengals. Ugh. I'm taking Cincy, I guess. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't fucking like it.
If Cincinnati loses this game, they might set fire to Paycor Stadium.
They should.
I will go down there, take pictures, and maybe throw. I don't know, maybe some Keno.
Like my kitchen garbage.
Yeah, some losing Keno tickets in the fire. I will take Cincinnati in this game now.
You know, I saw Chase Brown and I saw Zach Moss is hurt. So I'm going Cincinnati.
T. Higgins is out, by the way.
Fuck T. Higgins.
Like that.
We love Jamar Chase.
I'm taking the Commanders.
Give me the Commanders. Taking the Commanders. Shit.
Cowboys Falcons.
Fucking bullshit. Cowboys Falcons.
I'm taking the Cowgirls.
Clutch. Give me Atlanta. Demon time. I'm on demon time right now.
What are we at on the like count? They're not liking?
3.1K. Thank you guys. When we wrap this up, how many games left?
We'll call it for right now, and then let's answer questions.
All right, we're back to the questions. Guys, good job in the like count. Coley Blythe, I don't know what the fuck that is, says trade K9 for Josh Allen and ETN. Ugh.
Ew.
No.
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 Not
No.
Not ETN.
Absolutely not.
No.
We got new messages. Chorizo says, was this a good trade? I got Kyron, T. Higgins, and Puka, and I gave away Pacheco, Hunt, Aaron Jones, and Zay. Kyron, T. Higgins, and Puka he got for Pacheco, Hunt, Aaron Jones, and Zay.
You know, at first thought, it was like, oh, you got fleeced a little bit. But second thought, not bad. Honestly, I think it's pretty
He got Kyron. He got Kyron in return for Aaron Jones, basically. He got T. Higgins and Puka in return for Zay and Pacheco, and Pacheco's hurt. And Kareem Hunt's just a throne, I guess.
Pacheco's coming back week 10.
And T. Higgins
played
4 out of 9 games.
Yeah, T. Higgins is just like he's on the fantasy ban list.
It's not a great trade by any means. I'm just gonna be honest.
I think I like his side a little bit more at least. Who wins? Mason and JSN for ETN. It should be Mason for ETN straight up if you're doing that, dude.
Whoever got Mason for ETN wins. I don't care if he's starting or not starting. Even injured, he wins. If Mason's out for the year and you got Mason, you win the trade over ETN.
I agree. Guys, real quick, I need some.
Let's say Mason gets his leg chopped off. I still like the trade better for the Mason side
over ETN.
Yeah.
Chat, real quick. Give me W's or L's in the chat for this trade I made today, real quick. So I always give y'all some feedback. I want to hear some feedback. I traded.
Guy just wants to hear himself.
I just want to hear what they think.
He wants to trade. He wants to roster bait right now. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. I traded Marvin Harrison Jr., Tank Bigsby, Jordan Addison, and someone else. One other like shitty piece for Christian McCaffrey. And I'm very, very, very happy about it.
W or L's in the chat, boys. L's in the chat.
Marvin Harrison, Bigsby, Moss, and Addison for McCaffrey.
L's in the chat, boys. L's in the chat. I'm going to hit him with some L's.
Would you trade Gesicki and Aaron Jones for DJ Hawkinson or Ramondre Stevenson and Kareem Hunt? No.
Chorizo, don't W him, Chorizo. L.
Thanks, boys. That's all I needed. I needed one person to validate that for me. Neighbors for Tyreek Hill. As a Tyreek owner, I'm wondering if I would want it.
I think you would.
Probably.
I think you would.
Kinda, right?
I mean, Neighbors on a per game basis is top 10 in targets.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. I don't like the sound of it, but I kind of like it.
What does Hill do when Tua gets back? I don't know.
Well, I feel like he was good last week. I feel like Tua looks good against the Cardinals. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Is CJ the real Joe Mama asks, is CJ Stroud droppable at this point? I have Bo Nix. Well, he said he has Box Nix, so I don't know if that's like Bo Nix's brother or something like that. And Tua, but I need a quarterback to produce. Is CJ Stroud droppable for Box Nix? I don't even know who Box Nix plays for.
I have not looked at CJ's fantasy stats at all, assuming that he would be good. Then yeah, fuck him. The quarterback's a weird position. It could be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Fantasy-wise, doesn't always like contribute to the greatest games.
That's his fantasy advice. Yeah, fuck him, guys.
Because what else are you gonna say? You know what, guys? I really think you should move on from CJ Stroud. Fuck CJ Stroud then. If he's not putting up points, you guys got to be cutthroat. You got to feel like you're Donald Trump when he was doing whatever the fuck that show was, where he was firing people. Just be like, you know what, you're fired, and just move on. Alia Valentine says, thoughts on Marvin Harrison Jr. for Tyrone Tracy?
Wow.
No.
Never thought that I would do that trade.
No. I just sent Marvin Harrison and a bunch of waiver wire pieces for Christian McCaffrey, so don't do that. Get some waiver wire pieces.
Chorizo says, I did that trade because now I have JT, Monty, Kyron, Puka, T. Higgins, Nico Collins, and Josh Allen. Chorizo's got a team, buddy.
I'm kind of stressed about him having T. Higgins out and Nico out, even though he's coming back.
Nico's back next week.
That's solid as fuck, okay.
Jacob asks, here's a big one from Jacob. Malik Willis or Gardner. It's a 32-man league. Jesus, Jacob.
Is he serious?
Did
he just say 32-man league?
Last?
32-man league. Malik Willis or Gardner Minshew is what he's deciding against right now.
That's crazy.
It's Malik Willis, right? Like, I don't even think we need to ask him. You can start Gardner fucking Minshew.
Yeah. And then I got one in here. Shaggy said, trade CD for Hall. And then Isaac Rodriguez puts at Shaggy, absolutely not. CD is stat padding. You know what, Isaac? Don't be coming in my chat telling the truth. Telling the truth. That's facts.
4K.
See, I like it when
guys.
I like it. Looking out for your fellow fantasy player in the chat. I love that. Appreciate you, bro. Terry Chubb Tracy for Puka Jacobs Deontay. Yeah.
Terry Chubb Tracy for Puka Jacobs Deontay. I would keep Terry Chubb and Tracy.
You guys are all over Chubb, huh? You really think he's gonna like week 13 just turn into fucking OG
10
Chubb?
points a game, and he just came back. 10 points a game.
You want to trade me Nick Chubb?
I already traded Nick Chubb away.
Oh, I'll just release your brother for him.
K9. Yeah, K9.
Dobbins or Waddle?
Oh my goodness. Trade J.K. Dobbins and BTJ for Barkley. That's a good one. All right, what was yours though?
Dobbins or Waddle?
Waddle this week probably.
Yeah.
They got to
trade
put up
J.K.
points.
Dobbins and Brian Thomas for Barkley. How the fuck did you pull that off?
Yeah, Vic, trade that now. Do it now. Don't even ask us these questions. Get on. If someone's run that. Thank you, Teresa, for the rose. Drew, here's a question that I'm actually very curious about as well. Teresa, thank you again for the roses. Teresa, I like you now. I was kind of on the fence a little bit, but now I'm actually appreciative. I don't like how much you support Rocky Prop though, so we're gonna have to fix that. Is Addison worth holding? That's the question from Drew. I'm very interested in this because I have a vested interest now that I'm an Addison owner. What should I do, Rocky Prop? Should I hold him or should I give him to the waivers?
So someone just dropped him on waivers and I picked him up. Well, I'm pending a pickup if it goes through. And then I just traded him away today as well. The reason why I like Addison is because he does have the upside in a great offense that you want a piece of. Obviously, he has a lot of target competition with Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones he averages around 6 receptions. Thank you for the money gun. Thank you so much. He averages around
thank you,
receptions per game. Rizzo's lit. And then he also averages 12 yards per reception. So that's a lot of volume and a lot of yardage going to Aaron Jones. The only thing I want to hold Addison for is specifically for an example of what I did today. Trade value in the name value. You can try to send somebody fucking Alec Pierce who might be even playing better than Jordan Addison, but it doesn't feel good. Chorizo, thank you for hitting
we hit the goal, Chorizo. You know he's got a TikTok hat on, looking good, feeling good.
Hello, thanks for the follow.
Thank you. Yeah,
so,
all right, you answered that question. Let me roll on here. I'm feeding questions. I've taken over the TikTok. Rocky Prop, you're fucking toast. You suck. I'm taking over. Here's how it goes. All right, Jackson's been spamming this question, and I got to know because, Bri, you are the guy that's going to be able to answer this question. We're picking 2. It's a tough one because you hate Joe Flacco. JSN, Downs, or Lad McConkey. Pick 2.
JSN and Downs.
Oh, he's a Flacco supporter after all. Look at that.
Not a Flacco supporter.
Hey, you heard it here first on Degen Fantasy. Brian, the motherfucking Admiral, loves Joe Flacco, lives for Joe Flacco, has a Joe Flacco jersey on, and just wants to be. His last name might be Flacco. We don't even know. Is it Brian the Admiral Flacco? Who knows? All right, we're going on. On TikTok says CD, ETN, Sutton for Hill and Jones. Brody, what's up? Good to see you. What do we got? On TikTok wants to know CD, ETN, Sutton for Hill and Jones. I think that's a fucking slam dunk, right?
Yeah, that's a cleanup. It's ETN and Sutton. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. 5-star. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I think you can do that.
Isaac Rodriguez says Addison is buns. Drafted him. Hawkinson coming back with Jettas. He's just not going to have that production. Isaac, that makes me real sad inside. I'm going to be honest with you. Very, very sad.
Move them. Do not trade people. Do not drop people with trade value because someone will immediately pick up Addison and you're going to feel like shit when he has a good week. For example, I dropped Raheem Mostert last week. I don't know why. 2 touchdowns. Not saying he's going to have a great season, but it hurt. I dropped DeAndre Hopkins 2 weeks ago.
Last chance to get on this South Florida Atlantic game.
Yeah, we're locked in. We got it. Chorizo's got a question. He's the gifter. Let's answer Chorizo. Then we're going to set that like goal a little bit higher on TikTok because we got some YouTube shit that we got to get to real quick. Chorizo says, I had Rice. Right now I have Reed in replace of T. Higgins. Chorizo, I don't admire you at all for that whatsoever. I have Reed as well, trying to get rid of him. Rocky Prop looks like he's going to take my trash, and hopefully it makes his season a lot worse than it's been going now, so he can lose to me in the fantasy playoffs.
Why did you say I don't admire you for that?
I don't. I just don't admire.
That's a weird statement.
You know what? Fuck off. How about that? When's the last time
I want to be like Chorizo one day.
Hey,
okay?
Look at me. Look at me right now. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Okay? All right?
I am the captain now. Okay. All right. Read your question.
We're going to YouTube. Hey, TikTok, let's get up to, what are we at right now? Let's get back up to like 5,500 on the likes, and then we'll come back to TikTok.
5.5K.
Right.
Let's go.
YouTube, Brody says Tyreek, MHJ, or Tillman?
Give me Tillman.
Wow.
No, give me Tyreek Hill.
I'm gonna take Tillman too. I didn't think anyone else was gonna take Tillman.
Oh, you're like what is it, like a hipster? You're like, no one else is gonna take Tillman, so I'll take him. Tillman has, not only is he there, so is Jerry Jeudy.
Oh my God! Who's that? Wait. Does anyone even know who Jerry Jeudy is?
So is Jerry Jeudy, and then so is not what's that dude's name? It's not DJ Moore. It's
it must be really good if you can't remember his name. Must be real good.
Yeah, it's true.
Who is it?
Because I don't watch Browns football a lot. I don't fucking know. The other I can see his picture on the fucking fantasy app.
All right, Adam Weber says, Rocky Prop, you don't know what the fuck you're talking. I don't know why Adam Weber said that, but he also said start 2, Shakir, Amari Cooper, Hopkins, BTJ, or Higgins. Doesn't look like you could start Higgins this week, Adam. Just going to tell you that right now. Looks a little dicey. Looks a little dicey to start Higgins this week. I think you got to start Shakir over Cooper at the moment. But let me get a little taste of that Hopkins, buddy. Or you could go Hopkins and BTJ. All right, Brody on YouTube says JT or Stevenson this week. Rocky Prop, what do you
got? Give me Jonathan. This is a question? Give me Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, okay, Jonathan Taylor.
All right, Brody asked specifically for the Admiral Brian Flacco to answer this question: Otten or Njoku?
I think you have to play Kate Otten.
God damn right you do. God damn right you do.
I don't think there's a world that I just don't want Njoku in my starting lineup if I'm trying to win a fantasy football week and rely on consistent points on him, right?
He used to be consistent.
All right, we're gonna hit Connor real quick, then we're gonna flip back over to TikTok because we hit 5,700. I got a good question for when we hop back over. Connor says, the last question on the YouTube for right now: should I trade away Nick Chubb?
Yeah,
depends on what you get, right?
I agree.
Yeah,
it's all about
the offer.
It's all about what you can trade them to.
There's no player on your team that should be untradeable if the right trade comes along. So yeah, it depends on what you get.
Yeah,
unless his name is Derrick Henry.
Roses. Yeah, good shit. All right, Shusterkin / Rogers asks, should I accept Dobbins for Mooney and D-Hop? I don't think so.
Wait, you're trading away Dobbins?
Looks like he's accepting Dobbins for Mooney and D-Hop. I think that's a
whatever side has Mooney and D-Hop wins. So keep Mooney and D-Hop if you have them. Make that trade if you have other RBs to start 1, and then 2 if you're getting Mooney and D-Hop, because that's a lot of firepower right there.
Oh, Isaac with the roses. Thank you, Isaac. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Isaac says, how we feeling about Taysom Hill versus Ingram and Kirk versus Jameis Winston? I'm going Jameis fucking Winston, buddy. Give me Jameis to throw the rock all over the Brian hates that I love backup quarterbacks so much. He hates it so much. But Jameis is coming out and he's throwing for 350. And you know what's gonna happen. All the Tillman getting 40 fucking points. We got the cowboy hat. We got the cowboy hat.
I've sent that to a couple people on TikTok, and I've always wanted to get one, and that was awesome. Thank you.
All right, another one on TikTok. We have Martin, resend that question because I can't see it, buddy. Shusterkin just wants to go ahead. Wigging it. Thanks for the roses. Shusterkin just wants to go ahead and clarify. He's getting Mooney and D-Hop and giving up Dobbins. That's a fucking slam dunk. That's a fleece for you, buddy. So please make that fucking trade. Martin, I'm looking for your question right now, so bear with me. All right, pick a side. This is from Martin. Najee and Leggett for Waddle and Stevenson. Pick a side.
Najee and Leggett for Waddle and Stevenson?
Yes.
Waddle and Stevenson all day. Fuck Najee Harris. Straight up. And Leggett, I mean, he's going to be all right, but he's a rookie.
To be honest with you, I really think Najee stepped up this year, though. Because he's looked pretty fun.
Stepped up. That's great.
I'm just saying,
he's Najee Harris.
Since Russell Wilson's coming into this offense, he's looked much better.
Oh, so you mean for the last 2 weeks? I just don't like Najee,
all right,
dude.
Winging it with Winger, who is a gifter, and he jumps to the top of the line. When we get gifts, he jumps right to the top of the line. That's just how it works, guys. You give a gift, you ask a question, we go straight to it. Winging it with Winger, Knicks or Kirk this week? It's got to be Captain Kirk, right? What are we doing?
Kirk O'Chains?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Kirk O'Chains.
Against Dallas.
Okay, love it. Thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate you guys. Share it to everybody.
Yeah, guys, the shares help so much. I appreciate it.
Actually, let's go to Chorizo because he's a good guy.
Really, thanks for the follow.
Double question: Chase Brown or Monty? I think it's Monty, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Monty. Even though Chase has the entire backfield, especially with Zach Moss being kind of hurt right now, Monty gets the goal line work. Thanks for the share, guys. He gets the goal line work, and he can really plow into the end zone like Will Smith with his security guard. It's incredible.
Whoa.
It's Chase Brown against the Raiders this week.
Yeah, that's a good point. But here's my one point with this, actually. Chorizo, you're going to get a breakdown because you're a good guy. Jared Goff cannot play outdoors. This is his first outdoors game this season, okay? He's bad outdoors. He's bad outdoors. His completion percentage is way down. I think the Lions look to run the ball through Gibbs and Montgomery this week against this Green Bay team, and I think they fucking make a splash. That's one of my picks. I'm giving you guys a little fucking taste. We call that
did you mean Jared Goff?
Yeah, I mean Jared Goff. Jared Goff is not good outdoors. Oh, sorry. Jared Goff is not good outdoors. I would be very keyed in on this fucking Lions rushing attack. I think they're going to be big this week. Chorizo also asked, how do you feel about TJ Hawkinson this week? I want to start him.
I personally, you're kind of spitballing, trying to predict the future with TJ. He's going to come in. He's a good tight end, and basically rolling the dice. First time seeing him and just seeing how he does. If he slides in well, that's awesome. If he doesn't, I don't know. It might open up some more for Addison. I think the check down's coming well. So I think he'll have a decent week. I think probably like 10 fantasy points.
All right, cool. Hey, TikTok, we'll flip back to you guys once we get to 6,500. We've been stuck at 58 for a while. That's how people see us, so please like it a little bit. We're going to flip over to YouTube real quick. AB with the fucking Bills. He's got Keon Coleman. I'm going straight to him. Thank you, AB. I appreciate your service. What a great catch by Keon Coleman that was. Bry's a little jealous that he doesn't have a good wide receiver on his team like Keon Coleman, but it's going to be okay. Bry's going to be all right. What do I do with Breece? And that's a good question because what the fuck do you do with Breece? Looks like the Jets are going to be fucking they're going to be fucking Green Bay times 2, and they're going to be throwing the rock quite a bit. Bry, you say hold him. Why do you say hold him?
I mean, how old's Aaron Rodgers? In the event that Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, you have to hold Breece. I mean, I think there's a very strong possibility that Aaron Rodgers doesn't make it through the rest of the season without.
Of course, yeah,
I agree.
So in that event, you have to hold him as Aaron Rodgers insurance.
I disagree personally. Not to be a dick. I think you trade Breece Hall. I think you go and try and get another running back. Like go after a Jahmyr Gibbs with a piece like this and a piece for Jahmyr Gibbs, or maybe take a crack at like someone like Joe Mixon and a piece. Like you go send Breece and a piece for Joe Mixon, because Joe Mixon, who's looked better this season, Joe Mixon or Breece Hall?
Joe Mixon.
Thank you. Who has the
This
higher
looks
name?
really
Who has the higher name brand?
Brees.
You said name brand plays such a factor in people's starting lineups and trades that if you sent Brees Hall and Jalen Waddle for Joe Mixon, which I personally would do, not saying you have Jalen Waddle, you can. That's a trade that you can make. He said, "I already have Gibbs. Go get Joe Mixon. Go get Joe Mixon. I promise you, you'll have Gibbs and Joe Mixon. You'll be happy." Layla on TikTok. Go ahead, my bad.
Hey! I'm the captain now. Remember that?
Okay.
All right. Leo on TikTok says, "Hey, we hit 7K. Chorizo, thank you for the necklace. Appreciate you, buddy. We are gonna hit Layla real quick. Trade Zay Flowers and Javonte Williams for AJ Brown. Bry, get us the info, buddy."
I mean, AJ Brown, another monster game against Cincinnati last week. I mean, he's a top 5 receiver in the NFL, right?
Yeah. Easily.
So go get him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I just want to make a point. You're trading out of Zay, who's going to lose target share as well with Deontay.
All right. Shosturkin and Rogers says, "Who should I start, Pittman or Cade Otton at flex?" You got to roll Pittman, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I know a lot of people like doing this of rolling tight ends in the flex spot. Not a huge fan from it. Layla, thanks for the follow. I've seen you in here a few times too, and I see the Mac Miller emoji every time, so I appreciate you following. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of starting tight ends. It's inconsistent unless it's like a George Kittle. I think there's really not a tight end that you could flex and be confident in. Agreed?
Yeah, agreed. All right, B says pick one for flex: Chuba, Jaden Reed, or Sutton. Sorry.
Jaden Reed.
Chuba.
Is Jordan Love playing or no?
Yeah, I think
Jordan
he is.
I'm going Jaden Reed.
We're not sure. All right, Dominic Rendino 726 on TikTok says start Downs over David Montgomery. No, I would not do that.
Yeah, no, you got to start Montgomery.
Michael on TikTok says Reed or Devonta Smith.
Devonta Smith.
It's Devonta Smith, right? I just don't see it with Reed. It's clear that Dubs comes back and he's the guy there.
Dubs.
Dubs. Whatever the fuck. I'm calling him Dubs, all right? Dubs comes back and he's fucking the guy. All right, Chorizo says, and you know what? I was all wrong about Chorizo. I'm starting to come back on this guy. I'm a big fan, Chorizo. What's y'all's MVP candidate right now? Big Bills fan here. Chorizo's number one. He's the GOAT. I'm just going to say it. I like Chorizo now. He's won me over. Right now, the MVP, in my opinion, is Derrick Henry. That's the MVP.
That's a good choice. By the way, Double Down is a big Bills fan. That's why he's all hyped. Give me
either
Jaden
Henry or Lamar.
Right.
I'm taking Jaden Daniels.
That's crazy. It's never going to happen, but I agree. I do think that he's been great. He's the rookie of the year, no doubt in my mind. But what would you say, Brian? Who are you taking?
It's either Henry or Lamar.
Yeah, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. All right. Zach says Marv or Waddle this week. Waddle's got the Bills. Marv's got, I believe, Bry. If you could pull up the schedule, Bry, that'd be great. Marv's got, I don't remember. I think it's the Bears, possibly.
Bears.
And who have a very legit defense, by the way.
They do.
I think we all need to be
Waddle.
aware of that against them. I think it's a Waddle, right?
Yeah, give me Waddle.
We're all Ducks this week, baby. We're all fucking Ducks. We're waddling all over the goddamn place. All right, Michael says Reed or Devonta Smith.
Reed or Devonta Smith. We did that one already. Devonta Smith. We did already.
All right.
Brody on YouTube says best defense this week. I'm going New Orleans against Carolina. I think that one's kind of a lock for fantasy wise. And then he also says, wait, are you guys live Saturday or Sunday? We are live on Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're also live on Tuesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you guys ever want to come join. Or also, if you want your question prioritized, hop on YouTube and type in Degen Fantasy, Degen Fantasy, And your questions will come up in the chat way longer and way quicker than on TikTok.
One lucky subscriber that comes over to YouTube and subscribes will get a card worth what? $50, you said?
Yeah, if you guys come subscribe today, if you switch over and subscribe, someone who subscribes during the stream, I'm sending a free NFL sports card. It might be an autographed or a patched one, and it's a current one of like whatever favorite team you have. I'll go and get one of $50 value or more. I just gave out a what did we do last week? It was Zach Moss autograph card, and then before that was I forget what the fuck else it was. We're just giving away cards nonstop.
Yes, you can, Brody. Unsubscribe and subscribe again. That's perfect. All right. So Ivan the Terrible on TikTok says Jacobs or Pollard. Andy's got alarm bells, so we got to give it to him, guys. All right.
Jacobs.
Jacobs or Pollard? Jacobs.
Eric says
Big
pick
game.
one. Pick one. Tillman, Deontay Johnson, or Hawkinson for flex.
Tillman,
Man, a lot of
Hawkinson, or Deontay Johnson?
Yo,
Yeah,
a
people
lot of
sitting on it.
Hawkinson questions. This is Tillman, Deontay Johnson, or Hawkinson for flex. Do we expect Hawkinson just to come back after a catastrophic injury and just be fucking fantastic? Is that what we're saying?
Maybe.
Are we expecting Deontay Johnson to integrate into an offense on a short week?
That's what I'm saying.
I think you just start Deontay the ball.
I think you start Tillman. I think that's the only thing.
Yeah, give Cedric a run. He's coming in hot. Gusman, thanks for the follow.
Anthony D'Amato on YouTube says Worthy or Waddle. Good question this week. Worthy does have the Bucks, and they have a weak ass defense. And Waddle does have the Bills, who can be very questionable over the top. So, what do you guys think?
I'm going to put a lottery ticket on Worthy this week.
Ooh, I like
I'm going Waddle. I'm going Waddle because I think the Bills can be had through the middle of the field, and I think that's Waddle's like playing ground.
And I say that like if you need to make up points, I feel like Worthy has the most upside.
Okay, agreed on that one. All right, Kyle Jordan on YouTube says Olave, Downs, Cup, Tyreek, start 3, bench 1. Who are you benching? Admiral Brian Flacco.
I'm benching Downs.
Ooh, he hates Flacco. He fucking hates him, boys. What you got, Rock?
I mean, that's a great one. I'm going, if Puka's not playing, Cup for sure. Cup, Tyreek, without Rashid Shaheed Olave.
Okay. I like
so I'm
it.
telling what Brian just
I'm going to
said.
sit Olave this week because I don't think he's the favorite wide receiver in New Orleans, actually. So let's drop that one down. We'll go back to TikTok here in a second. Montgomery, touchdown this week. And who's your guys' lock and MVP player this week? The lock, I think that we all think. Yeah, that's a lock. I think Monty's going to score. This is a good matchup for him, too. They're playing outdoors. They're not going to want to throw the ball too much. A lot of wind, too, and Jared Goff's got no velocity on that ball. So, yeah, let's go Monty for a tutty. And I think we just talked fucking MVP. We like Lamar or we like Derrick Henry, I think, right?
No, for this week.
Yep.
Oh, my apologies.
Colin, start Saints defense. This is an easy one. I just answered it real quick. I saw someone just followed and dropped.
For this week, I may be a homer, Brody, and say that the MVP for this week will be Saquon Barkley against the Jaguars.
Oh, MVP player this week. This week. Give me Josh Downs.
Wow, that is the stupidest play ever. I'm gonna go a little off the board. Actually, I'm gonna take Dak Prescott. I think that he's going to be able to move this ball against the Falcons defense this week. I really, really like this matchup for him. I think they get back on the winning side of the ball as well. Give me Dak Prescott to throw a fucking ginormous game. All right, we're going to flip back to TikTok real quick. Dylan Wynn, what?
I don't know what my brother just went in the kitchen and did. He left the kitchen door open. I don't know if he just dumped curdled milk in the sink. It smells like shit in here.
Maybe it was curdled semen. All right, so Dylan Wynn on TikTok comes in with a ripper, a question that we've seen a lot actually lately. Laporta or Kraft this week? What do you guys like?
Laporta. Laporta.
I'm gonna be the hipster that I am and say Kraft. All right, Lalo says, who should I start at flex? Jacob Myers,
Kobe.
Javonte Williams, or Calvin Ridley. I think we're going
Start up.
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. Go big Ridley.
Yeah,
Guys, we're almost at 10K. Help us get 10K. Yeah, go Calvin Ridley there. And then Gusman followed. I'm meaning to get to his question, so I want to read it real quick. I know I just had it. It was, thanks for the follow, Gusman. It's Cousins or Mayfield this week.
Ooh, give me Cousins. I'm all
Kirk
over Cousins.
Chains.
I do think Mayfield's going to have a little bit of garbage time capabilities there to score and get some points, but I'm going to take Cousins. I think I like that matchup with that game is going to be a shootout. Like, get involved in that Falcons Cowboys game with any players that you can.
Hit Rick in 1984.
Ooh, I don't see it. Hit it.
Tracy or Marvin at flex.
Giants play the Commanders.
Tyron Tracy.
I feel like the Commanders could be had on defense, right?
Yeah. Tyron Tracy.
Maybe a big neighbors game this week, but yeah, give me Tracy, right?
Yep. And then Izzy right after says Tracy for Amari Cooper. Hold on.
Tracy, but I think I like Tracy more than Cooper right now.
Yeah, me too. And is Amari Cooper hurt?
No.
Mm-mm.
Tyler Copesy says if Amari doesn't play, Jalen Tolbert or Elijah Moore. That's what I was thinking of, Elijah Moore. If Amari does play him over them.
Yeah, I don't see that he's hurt anywhere. So yes, please play.
Brody wants some props for the parlays, bud. He says, you think Barkley goes over 90 yards?
Yes, I think we all can agree that he goes over 90 yards.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. And then
Lamar over 215.
I think that's the line that everyone's going to be all over.
I feel like that game could get out of hand too, and they're just going to be running the fucking ball. So
I'm not saying take the under. I'm just saying you can pick something else. Maybe take him for over 0.5 passing touchdowns, which I think his line usually is because I think everyone's going to be hammering that over 215 because I think Deontay's going to go crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Colin on TikTok says Mayfield or Geno. I think we like Geno in a bounce back, right, boys?
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, I like Geno in a bounce back. Sorry.
Oh, 10K likes. There you go. Thank you. Thank you all.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Got over 40 people in here right now looking at our beautiful Rocky Props face. He likes to hide us because me and Bri got faces for radio. All right, keep going. Let's go. Just a period. I don't know if he's on his period or he just refers to himself as a period, or maybe that's a fucking maybe it's a what's the thing called? I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say. Daniels or Kirk Cousins?
Daniels.
I'm going to go Kirk. I'm going Kirk.
Yeah, because Kirk loves to run for 75 plus yards as a quarterback.
No, but
right?
Hey, thank you for the roast, Steph. I appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, Steph.
I think we're looking at who's going to be in a game more, and I think it's going to be Kirk against the Cowboys. I think the Commanders might walk over the Giants, to be quite honest with you.
That's fair.
Chorizo says, I think Flacco would lead the Colts into the playoffs. Probably a better chance than the Jets. Chorizo, you are very smart. We might throw you up on this panel that we have right now. Brian shaking his head no, that the man that he shares a last name with won't lead the Colts into the playoffs. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know why Brian's such a self-hating Flacco, but man, I agree with that take. I love it. I think the AFC's weak this year. I think 9-8 gets into the playoffs in the AFC. Just going to say that.
Joe Flacco has started 3 games and has thrown for over 200 yards once against Jacksonville. Play someone better than Jacksonville and throw over 180 yards before I believe.
We don't have to rain on Rocky Props Parade. Look how sad he is right now. Look at that beautiful.
And Lalo said Flacco over 240 yards? ?
Yeah, run that shit. It's happening. Big Daddy says Bears or Ravens D. Big Daddy says Bears or Ravens D this week.
Give me the Ravens D.
Ravens are playing who?
They're playing the Denver.
Oh, I think I like the Ravens then.
Yeah, I said Ravens, dude.
Yeah.
Who,
All
in
right,
your
Steph
opinion, is
Johnson
playing
for-
horrible this year? Okay.
You know,
I keep forgetting you're on TikTok too.
yeah, I'm on TikTok. Who, in your opinion, who is playing horrible this year?
Well, we have a segment that I will queue up, and it's called "This Guy Sucks." This guy fucking sucks, actually, on YouTube. So, yeah, my pick was we
Rocky
did a
Prop.
multi-sports. I gotta find a football one.
Collusion.
Yeah, collusion. Dan, give me somebody NFL wise that you think has been horrible this year.
I think I have really hated prior to this week cheering for Garrett Wilson this entire season. So,
You think he's been playing horrible this year?
yeah, most of the time. I've been trying to trade him the entire season.
My choice will give you some context. It's Travis Etienne. It's looked like dog shit. Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for the boxing gloves, Chorizo. God, I love you, bro.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Chorizo.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Thank you so much, Chorizo. Appreciate you.
it.
All right.
Yeah, Travis Etienne. Wait, Brian's got to answer one. Who's he hate? Who's he think has done shitty all year?
Oh, I thought I already answered this. The entire Bengals organization.
He hates the Bengals so much. All right, Chorizo says TJ Hawkinson or Kincaid this week. Rocky Prop, what do you got?
TJ Hawkinson or Kincaid this week?
Yeah.
Kincaid.
Ooh, I'm going Kincaid.
Kincaid.
That's a clean sweep. Love it. All right.
Yep.
Shubu says Shakir, Tillman, or Coleman this week. Ooh, good problem to have.
Coleman. Give me Coleman.
Big step up for Keon. Rocky Prop starting to notice him.
Big Keon.
Thank you, Steven, for the...
I got one. Thank you for the hot pepper, brother. Daily Videos for You says, can you shout out my bro Dixon Myers, and it's his birthday today. Hey, from all of us here at Degen Fantasy, we just wanted to give a huge shout out to Dixon Myers and his fantasy football team and his birthday. Happy birthday, my guy.
I can't believe you just read that.
Yeah, because dude, one time there was this. My girlfriend would like go to sleep to a Fortnite streamer, and she was sleeping one night, and she watches him religiously. And I texted him, I was like,
"Read the name again, dog. Read the name again."
Daily Videos for You, Dixon my ass. Damn, he ate that, dog. I was trying to be a good person.
Yo, daily videos for you.
Clip it. I'm gonna be on some dude's For You page now. Hey, Dixon my ass. Hope you have... Damn, I thought I was doing something good. That's fucked up, man.
Yo, he's
All
the
right,
GOAT. Daily videos for you is the GOAT. I can't believe you read that.
I said Myers, so it wasn't as funny, but yeah. Who is the most underrated player this year?
Roasted, dude,
I'm sweating right now, dude. That was fucked up. All right, chat. Fuck y'all. Getting off stream now.
Sam Darnold
I
and
put a lot of
Cousins.
heart into that.
That was so good. Darnold or Cousins, guys. Darnold or Cousins.
I don't even want to answer questions anymore. Give me Kirk. Damn, that was fucked up. That was so foul. I'm so upset.
That was the best thing ever. I love that so much.
Clip it, chat. Flacco or Baker?
Yo, Darnold or Cousins, asshole. We gotta answer that one first.
Sorry. Cousins.
I got the TikTok. You don't even look at it anymore.
Okay, Cousins. I'm not gonna. You would have read that. Okay, cool. Cousins.
I would have not read that at all. What do you got, Brian? Darnold or Cousins?
Cousins.
All right, Flacco or Baker?
Neither.
Flacco.
Flacco.
Oh
Start Flacco. Oh, thank you, Chorizo.
Chorizo. I feel bad because I set these goals specifically, so like I feel bad. I'm not. Thank you, Chorizo.
Keep setting those goals right now. Armando Gutierrez says Ramondre or Chase Brown for flex. I think I'm going Chase Brown. What do you guys
Chase
think?
Brown.
Chase Brown.
All right, we got a spam alert. We got a spam alert in chat. Nicholas needs to answer this question. Pittman or JSN?
Pittman or JSN? Give me Pittman.
JSN.
Indianapolis is up this week.
Listen, Brody roasted Rocky Prop when he wished happy birthday to the dick in his butt. Flacco under 235. I need one more player over under. Bri, what do you think? Obviously, you hate the person you share a name with.
Yeah, I like the Flacco under 235. Another one.
Thank you.
Let me do some research on that, Brody.
Thank you.
All right, so we're taking it under?
I'm taking under on that, but let me do some research on that other one.
Give me the over.
All right. He's looking for you. All right, Lalo, listen, we're gamblers, so I'm definitely going to be the gambling questions are coming. I like it. We're finally hitting gambling TikTok, and I appreciate it. Jamar Chase, longest reception over 27 yards this week. Do you guys like that play?
I've never taken it as a prop, but it seems like it'd be fairly hard or fairly easy to beat.
The Bengals play
the Raiders.
All right,
all his receptions are deep receptions. Yeah, I like it. 27 yards.
Yeah, I think Lalo, you play that. Rafe says Otten or Pitts this week. What a question. I feel like Pitts is really starting to come on with Kirk James.
No, he definitely is.
I think we go.
Chorizo, thank you so much, bro. It was great to see you. Thank you for all the gifts as well. Seriously, we're very appreciative.
Yeah, thank you, Chorizo. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. I think we're about 11K. He's going to do research for Brody real quick. Let's answer one or two more, then we'll hop off here. Owen says Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Brian Robinson Jr., or James Cook and Tracy. Pick two, please.
Shakir Tracy, is that the one you read?
It is Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Brian Robinson Jr., or James Cook and Tracy. Pick two.
I think James Cook and Tracy.
I'm going to go Josh Jacobs and Brian Robinson Jr.
Okay, I like that one.
Right. And we'll finish off with this one real quick. AJ Wag says Madison or Keon Coleman this week.
Keon Coleman.
Yeah, I'm going to go Keon Coleman as well.
I'm going to rapid fire these real quick. Aaron Jones for Cup from our new follower, Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper, the Buffalo Bills player, is asking us our opinion on Aaron Jones for Cooper Cup. If you can get Cooper Cup right now, I'd get it. I'd absolutely get it.
Yeah, I like that. And then
Johnson Curry says Monty over 0.5 rushing touchdowns is a lock. That is a lock, buddy.
It is a lock.
All right. Sign us off, Rocky Prop.
All right, boys. I'm going to tail off on YouTube with the outro. Peace.
Wait. Right, what we got for Brody? Anything?
Oh, yeah. I got one for you. I like Nick Chubb over 7.5 receiving yards.
Okay. There you go, Brody. Nick Chubb over 7.5 receiving yards, buddy. All right. We'll hit one last question. We'll hit one more real quick on TikTok because I like the way this guy put it. What wide receiver or running back can Hunt and Addison get me in a trade? I have Pickens. No problem, Brody.
Hunt and Addison.
Hey, Lalo, salute to you back, buddy. Appreciate you. We try to answer all the questions we can.
You think you can get Debo right now for that?
I think you probably could.
Go get Debo. Yeah, Debo Samuel. He's been banged up a little bit lately. That's a good piece and then like an option you can get to. All right, y'all. That's been it for Degen Fantasy. Appreciate y'all. Much love. And we'll catch you. We'll be back on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to follow, subscribe on YouTube, anything like that. And anybody who subscribed during the stream, I'm going to randomly message one of y'all and send you a free $50 card. So appreciate y'all.
Don't forget, Rocky Prop, please wish happy birthday to that guy one more time. What was his name?
His name was Dixon My Ass. And yeah.
Happy 40th, buddy. Happy 40th.
Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me.
Before I came up in the